This morning, a Texas community is grieving. Less than 24 hours ago, police say a gunman opened fire inside of an elementary school, killing at least 19 students, a teacher, the gunman's grandmother, and hurting several others. Xavier Walton is in Texas right now with the latest.
I'm Xavier Walton in Uvalde, Texas, scene of the latest deadly mass shooting in America. It happened Tuesday. Authorities say that 18-year-old Salvador Ramos went on a shooting rampage at Robb Elementary School just 2 days before the school year was coming to a close. Police say he acted alone and responding officers shot him in the process. Right now, the community is praying. A few blocks away from Tuesday's tragedy,
by the blood of Jesus Christ,
families joined hands in prayer. Chris Martinez is especially thankful. 2 of his kids go to Robb Elementary, and his wife works there.
My wife, my son were there. My daughter was there, but I picked her up that same morning.
And Uvalde city leaders also asking for prayers as well as their community tries to figure out and make sense of what happened on Tuesday. In Uvalde, Xavier Walton, back to you.
The news of a mass shooting at an elementary school in Uvalde, Texas is a tragedy that is familiar to many in Connecticut, like Marianne Jacobs, who's a survivor of Sandy Hook.
An elementary school and 9 and 10-year-old kids, which were the age of the kids I was hiding in a closet with, almost 10 years ago, and we're still hearing about the same thing.
Well, for people who work to fight against gun violence just like this, seeing it happen again brings feelings of anguish and frustration.
When will we finally say it's enough? How many kids, how many children must die before this country wakes up?
Well, this situation hits close to home here in the Mid-South. Jordan, I know you recently moved from that area where Uvalde is, so I imagine this hits even closer to home for you.
Yeah, no, Aaron, it doesn't. And my hearts and prayers go out to all my Uvalde family, San Antonio family, and my friends on the ground reporting, having to tell some of those tough stories now after this shooting. But yeah, Aaron, this scene is all too familiar to Memphians. We experienced our own mass shooting right here in Collierville, at a Collierville Kroger 8 months ago. That was back in September 2021. A recently fired contracted worker at the time opened fire inside of that grocery store, killing one person, Miss Olivia King, and injuring 14 others. And not long after that, in September as well, a 13-year-old shot a student inside the Cummings K through 8th grade school last September as well. That student ultimately pleaded guilty to criminally attempted first-degree murder, and all other charges for him were dropped. And our community leaders have been responding to the Uvalde shooting. Memphis Shelby County Superintendent Dr. Joris Ray tweeted, "Schools should be a place for children to learn without fear, a place to run to and not from. We stand with our fellow educators to sound the alarm against gun violence." And Senator Akbari says our babies deserve to be safe. Our teachers deserve to be safe. The families at Robb Elementary need our prayers and love, and Congress must fix this and enact gun control now. Mississippi Governor Tate Reeves has also tweeted as well, saying no words can express the grief and frustration that is felt up on the news from Uvalde, Texas. Pure evil. The light shines in darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. And President Biden has also ordered all White House flags to be flown at half-staff to honor the victims of the school shooting. The president called the shooting a, quote, senseless act of violence. Back to you, Aaron.